1 month, but it took us 3 months. In the end of journey, only 16 people survived. And so, when our first 1 month we ran out of food, so we started to apply the basic soldier skills, eat anything that is there. So some would start eating the leaves of the trees, some would uproot any plant they could get. Some of us got poisoned. I was lucky enough that I wasn't poisoned. But things became intense, when we kept on moving. So we ran out of energy, and some people that were not able to cope enough died. And so what we did is the vultures and other birds would come and try to eat the dead bodies. So we'd shoot the vultures and eat them. Then also in the water, there was a swampy area we would go and step out over it. We get as much snails that we could, and we eat. So we're able to depend on anything that we get that comes across next to us. But after a while, these animals and these birds, I don't know who told them that we're eating them, so they began to disappear. Even a small insect would not come close to us. I can't even remember a mosquito coming next to us as well. So my senses changed. I would look at my fellow human being and they smell like food. And so one of our soldiers started to eat dead bodies. He would slash them and put them on a mountain and he would roast them. And so one night, another friend of mine died, so we put bombs around him and put it in a tree, hoping that when a hyena comes to try to take the dead body, the bomb would explode and they would go and eat the hyena. And so the temptations were so strong on me that I escaped the tree that I was in to go then see if there's any pieces of the dead body that left that I could eat and nobody would see me. Because I didn't want anybody to see me doing that. Unfortunately, I couldn't find anything. So I came back under the tree that we were in and I told my friend that I'm going to eat you tomorrow if there's nothing to eat. And so he looked at my eye, he wasn't able to talk. And something I could remember is, once you sleep, those who slept and are starving never get up because the sleep becomes so sweet. Like the energy runs you out. And he was looking at me. So that night, one of the things that I remember is my mother. My mother used to pray with us when the bombs explode and we'd run from one place. And then she would tell us, God is going to watch over us. And so I prayed to my mother, God, I said, God, if you're there, give me something to eat now. And if I survive this journey, I'm going to tell this part of the story wherever I go to give you credit. And so I waited the night, kept on waiting. Temptations were getting high. Part of my brain tell me, eat, that's the only way for you to survive. Part of my brain tells me, you cannot, it's going to haunt you for the rest of your life. And so I waited 6 a.m., I didn't sleep 5 a.m., 7 a.m., 10 a.m. Then around 11 when I lost hope, I didn't care whatever they're going to think. My friend has just died, so I was ready to go and eat my friend now. So a bird came, a crow, a black crow, as I remember. A friend of mine shot the crow. But he ran out of energy, so I ended up eating everything from the nails to the intestine. I didn't throw away anything, so I ate everything. And after a while, more birds started falling down and there was a lot of things. And then we got rescued, so I ended up in a place called Word, where I met a British aid worker called Emma McCune. And she happened to smuggle me into Kenya, but she later died. And then life became difficult one more again. But I hustled and I kept on pushing myself. And now I'm a rapper traveling all over the world trying to make a difference. And I've set up a charity called Gwa Africa, which is going to be shown now. Gwa Africa, I started it when I was just beginning my music career, we would clean people's houses, would perform in the concert. Whichever money we raise, we put somebody in school. And so now what Go Africa does is we write to schools, we ask them for scholarship, or we look for sponsors to sponsor somebody. But one of the latest thing I did recently was called Lose to Win. Lose to Win was a campaign I started where I thought I was really famous enough to raise the money within 1 month. So I started missing my breakfast, my lunch. I only ate dinner, and so I would talk to guys in the Facebook. This is what I'm doing, Lose to Win, would you join me? I want to build a school in honor of the British aid worker who rescued me. And so some people started following me up. It took me 662 days to actually raise the money. And you see, because I went home and I saw kids are learning under the tree, and I gave them a promise, until I get your money to build your class or school, I'm gonna eat just only dinner. I became so skinny, and a lot of people are asking me, why are you going through this? And then I told them, I left home when I was 7 because I wanted to go to school. But I became a child soldier. So there's nowhere on earth that I know people are thirsty and hungry for education like my country. And for many years we've been crippled. So we get aid dropping from the sky. Kids are born in refugee camps. There's no education. So even years have gone, maybe 20, 30 years have gone now. So even though we're going to get independent, the main important part it's void. Because if we are not getting educated, we are crippled as a nation. And so that was the main reason, was a passion that I want to part, and why I believe in education, because when you're educated as a person, you can protect yourself from being indoctrinated by any being. Because the reason I'm here today is because I was able to read and write. I was able to empower myself because I was put in school. I hated Muslims and I wanted to kill as many Muslims as possible. But because my mind at that moment was indoctrinated, but now I know who burned my home wasn't Muslims, it wasn't the Arabs, it was just economics. So when I go back, I would find even our tribes, the tribes in South Sudan, educated themselves differently. And so there are tribal wars where you go and snatch other people's stuff. And so now I realize the reason there's all these conflicts is because everybody want to fill their belly. The clever ones will come with different ideas, and they extend their empathy to somebody that is either the same color to them or of the same religion to them. And so that's what education has done for me. And I feel like the same thing now. If we go to a place like Afghanistan, somebody who blows a twin tower or become a terrorist, to them is a hero. An American soldier who flies from here to go and fight there is a hero on this side. So because there's a barrier, people are not educated about each side. Then nobody knows that this side of the world, there are people who care about Afghanistanis. And in the other side of the world, nobody knows that there are actually people who really think the West are not that bad. So there's the barrier, and we just keep killing each other. And so I'm just gonna stop. I'm not gonna go on for a long time. So we happen to build a school, so you can see the pictures which are gonna be shown in a moment. So how many have heard Lose to Win? Have you heard that before? So you guys must have donated here. Oh, you read the book, okay. So the school has been built, and that's how it looked like. We have refurbished a whole school that has been existing there, and we built more classes in a new place. So you can see how the kids are in this. There are more pictures, but I didn't get them all, so I'm just showing you bits of them. Maybe you're the kids in the class now. And so, see there, I'm not supposed to talk for more than an hour. So I'm gonna probably do a song or so, and then you guys can catch up with your classes. You wanna hear some music? Then I'll leave some time for questions. Is that cool? Yeah? All right, so